There was a choice that didn't feel important when I made it. It didn't arrive with pressure or drama. It looked ordinary, almost invisible, like many decisions I had already made without thinking too much about them. At the time, it felt small enough to forget. Nothing changed immediately. The day continued the way it always had. Conversations ended. Lights turned off. Sleep came. If someone had asked me then whether my life had shifted, I would have said no without hesitation. I didn't choose with confidence. I chose with the information I had, with the fear I was carrying, and with the quiet hope that choosing something safe would protect me from future regret. Looking back now, I understand that most life-changing choices don't feel powerful. They feel practical. They feel responsible. They feel like the best option available when clarity is missing. What changed wasn't my life overnight, but its direction. Slight adjustment, a subtle lean, something so small it was almost impossible to notice in the moment, yet strong enough to shape everything that followed. Over time, that small angle became distance. Distance from certain people, distance from certain versions of myself, distance from questions I stopped asking because they no longer seemed relevant. There were long stretches where I forgot the choice entirely. I lived inside its consequences without tracing them back. I adapted. I adjusted. I told myself this was simply how life unfolded. Only much later did I begin to look back, not with regret, but with curiosity. I wondered how much of my present had been shaped by a moment I barely remembered deciding. Sometimes I imagine that moment again, not to change it, but to understand it. To see the person I was then more clearly, to remember what I was protecting and what I was afraid of losing. That version of me didn't want certainty. He wanted relief. He wanted the noise to quiet down. Wanted something that felt manageable in a moment when everything felt overwhelming. The choice didn't ruin my life. It didn't break anything. But it narrowed the path in ways I didn't notice at first. Doors closed softly, without sound, without resistance. I didn't feel the loss immediately, because loss isn't always sharp. Sometimes it's gradual. Sometimes it feels like settling. Sometimes it feels like maturity. I told myself that this was growth, that choosing stability meant I was becoming wiser. And in some ways that was true. But it also meant learning how to live with unanswered questions. I wonder sometimes who I might have been if I had chosen differently. Not a better version, just a different one, with different habits, different fears. It's different ways of waking up in the morning. That imagined life doesn't haunt me. It visits quietly. It reminds me that identity is shaped not only by what we do, but by what we decide not to do. I don't blame myself for that choice. Blame assumes I had clarity. I didn't. I had uncertainty, pressure, and the desire to feel safe inside my own life. We don't choose from wisdom. We choose from who we are at the time, from our limits, from our fears, from our unfinished understanding. What stays with me now is not the decision itself, but its weight, the quiet way it continues to shape my days, the way it reminds me how small moments can carry long shadows. There is something humbling about realizing how much of life is built on moments we barely register, how a single yes or a single no can echo through years without ever asking to be remembered. I don't wish I could undo that choice, and doing it would erase everything that followed, including the growth I couldn't see while it was happening. That choice gave me a life that asked different things of me: patience instead of speed, endurance instead of ease, awareness instead of certainty. Living with that choice taught me how to stay present inside consequence. It's how to stop replaying a moment as if it owed me a different outcome. Every life has a quiet hinge like this. a moment where everything turns without noise. Most of us never notice it until the door is already moved. This letter is not an apology to my past self, and not a justification either. It's an acknowledgement, a way of honoring the weight of that moment without judging it. The choice that changed everything didn't define me completely. It shaped me. Shaping is not the same as limiting. I carry that understanding forward now, not as a warning, but as awareness. Knowing that even small decisions deserve gentleness because we never know how far they will reach. This letter is for the choice that changed everything. See it clearly now, not as a mistake, not as a miracle, but as a turning point that quietly shaped the life I am still learning how to live.